hit that. Never mind.
Oh.
Let's get it together.
Yep.
And we're back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy, Chris.
Blockbuster Ben.
John.
Yep. We're back. Long hiatus. Well, kind of, because after, actually, when the last episode comes out and this one, it'll be closer together, but a long time since before the...
You've missed us.
Clearly.
We've missed you more than you've missed us.
Yeah.
That is the truth. That's the only reason we keep doing this.
Yeah.
'Cause we miss you guys.
Yeah, and just go listen to the podcast that we recorded right before this, and you'll hear the whole explanation and yada yada. We don't have to dive into all that again, but yeah, we've just had things going on, and I accepted partial responsibility. So
Life, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yep. So, but we're here. We're excited to be here. We got a docket that we put together, not just for tonight, obviously, but going forward. So we're ready to start cranking these out again.
Yes, sir.
And let's see. I guess just before we don't have any snacks, just some beers tonight because we got some stuff going on after this. But let's just talk about quickly maybe what we've been watching. You guys been watching anything good outside of what we're about to review?
The Boys.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Also, I still haven't finished your Winning Time yet. I literally have one episode of
Do you
Winning
like
Time.
it or no?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
It's great.
Good.
Just The Boys came and I can't. The little
Sure.
bit of time I have, I watch that.
John will come all over the boys.
I am also watching The Boys. But I'm not as far in as John is. I think we've seen 3 episodes, but it's awesome. It's so awesome.
Definitely the best season so far.
Obi-Wan, I'm like halfway through that.
Oh, just started that. That looks pretty awesome.
Yep.
Have you seen any of that, John? That's a good one.
I told you I just don't have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm enjoying it a lot. And what else? That might be it.
Oh, there's a lot out though, right?
There is a lot.
The Boys,
yeah.
Peaky Blinders, the new Stranger Things,
Yeah, but I haven't seen that yet.
The new Chris Pratt series.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
the new Chris Pratt, Umbrella Academy's
Which
out.
only thing I heard about Umbrella Academy from people I know that watch it is like the first episode wasn't great.
It was weird. Yeah, I stopped watching it. I'm gonna rewatch it, but I didn't finish it.
Okay.
So there's just so much good content out now, TV wise, that just do it.
Okay.
Which you would think they would want to save for when it's the cooler months, right? And when people are in and you
There's no cooler month than July, babe.
Yes.
America.
Yeah.
God bless it, only holiday there is.
I wanted to ask you because we had a little
1776.
yeah, we had some discussion about what we were going to review, and I think John, you suggested the movie we're going to review, right? But I had also just mentioned that I just watched something on Peacock called Ambulance. It was in theaters. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal and
Ambulance, if you're from Baltimore.
yeah, and oh god, I can't remember the other guy's name. But you had said you turned it off, and I was just we didn't get into it. And I was curious what made you turn it off? Like, what did you hate so much?
That was just
forbid.
too much.
Okay,
Too much action.
Wow.
Michael Bay it.
yeah, but I know that going in. Like that's why I
Sure. I didn't. It was a time of day thing too. Like I wasn't excited to see it anyway. And it came on. And I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep.
That's how I felt about his last one, Six Underground.
Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I turned that shit off, but then went back to it and actually ended up just enjoying it, accepting it for what it was.
Can we talk about these directors?
Which one, Michael Bay?
All of them. Like they're legendary, and then something happens. Like even Lucas, the dude that did Indiana
Pulp
Jones.
Fiction?
Who's that dude?
That's also George
Lucas.
No, who's the other one that did Spielberg?
Oh fuck! I thought.
Yeah, so Spielberg, Lucas.
We're back.
Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Like these are legendary directors, and then something about their career now. There's just something with it. Like I wouldn't be excited to see a Lucas or Spielberg movie anymore. And a Michael Bay, I know it's just going to be a lot of explosions and gunfights.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that.
Back in the day, they were so good.
What about Tarantino?
He's hit or miss with me.
Yeah, I love all his stuff. I think,
But he's
actually.
inconsistently inconsistent. So he's still kind of like, you never know what you're going to
That's
get.
exactly what he gives you. You know what I mean? Exactly what you don't expect is what you're going to get in almost any movie.
There's not much that Steven Spielberg does that I don't like. I think he's still pretty solid. But Michael Bay, I would agree with. Like, he's gotten to a point of success where he's just like, I'm going to do whatever I want. There's like
more guns.
There's probably no like oversight. They're just like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, Mike. Like, you can
I just feel like he's writing the Fast and Furious movies at this point.
Yeah, I just thought it was like what I expect in a Michael Bay movie is like the best guns, the best tech, the best cars. Like you're gonna see all the new, like.
Did he do? He did the first Transformers.
Yeah, I was fired.
Yeah, he blew up 5 of the only 12 Camaros in the world at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets all that
Yeah.
shit. So I know what I'm getting,
Yeah.
and I want to see it.
The beer's
Like,
gonna be empty before
yeah,
we even
well.
get to the movie we watched.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just as these. I feel like as these directors age and progress, they get less in touch with what the people want and more out there on the CGI and special effects.
I mean, that could be said for anything, kind of too. Like with, like not even just directors, but like a studio as a whole.
Sure.
Because we talked about it a little with Marvel, how like, up to Endgame, it was like the fans.
This is a story.
And then now I think you were the one that said it. It's like they're kind of like, all right, well, or maybe did you say that? Did you make this point that like the studio has kind of decided like we don't need input from fans
Yeah,
or whatever? They're just kind of
so.
doing what they think.
No,
is
no,
best.
no. The opposite.
No, he
They
said the
had
other way around.
experts
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Now they're taking input from
The other
fans.
way around.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
My bad. Okay, I
that's
said
why
that
they're
wrong.
changing all the characters
No,
to
I said that
females.
Now they're like,
Yeah.
well, you know what? That's right. We should try that.
Yeah. Now you got to go. It's got to be the comic book guys.
A doctor can't be doing surgery and go, what do you guys think I should do here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the person that should be doing this.
Yeah.
This is your surgery.
They have the options like A, B, C, or D, and somebody picks it. Okay,
Yeah.
wrong.
It's like Operation. yeah.
Who voted for it? He killed him.
He's dead.
He killed him.
Yeah.
You want to phone a friend? Like who wants to be a million? Who wants to be a surgeon?
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. So that's just how I feel.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I was when you said that, like we just didn't really get into it, and I was like, I wonder, but it, it is. I don't like. I'm not.
I'll
mad.
finish it though.
I started it on my Fire Stick.
What
It's
did you
just-
think?
It was fun.
Same as I put it. It was background noise for me. I put it on as I'm going to sleep.
I'll give it another try though if you liked it.
I'm not sitting here saying you need to watch it.
Okay.
I'm just saying it was fun for me. I
That's
wanted
a
to
low
watch
6. That's a low
it.
6.
That's probably.
I
where-
like the main
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Not Jake Gyllenhaal.
No,
I like
the
Jake
other dude.
Gyllenhaal, but I like
Yeah.
the main guy as well. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I forget
in
his
a
name
few
too.
movies.
But it was just there were some real corny dialogue moments. That's what I would like criticize about it. All the action looked incredible.
That's your shit.
Yeah, it looked good. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Cool. Not saying go. I'm not telling anyone you got to see it immediately. But if you got nothing else,
Sure,
you just kind of want. That's what I would say about the movie we're going to review in a minute here.
Same
Like,
thing. Yeah, I think it's the same.
That's a
category.
background movie. You
Sure.
put it on, and
Some laughable moments.
yeah. Anything else? Anything else we need to touch on as far as what we've been watching, or you guys just want to hop in this review and let her rip?
Tater chip.
I don't think I'm excited for the Lord of the Rings series.
Will Sharp is his name. That's the guy from. He is the black guy that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy from. Damn it! The series where he's like the superpower. He's like a superhuman. Shucks! It was on HBO. Watchmen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the blue guy,
yeah.
Mr.
Whoa, spoiler.
Oh,
But yes, he winds up being the blue
he's
guy.
like 2 years old.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that yet. And but I don't care. You could, but I've
is a
seen the
great
movie,
show.
and I just
Zack Snyder's another
Mr.
one.
One? No, that's not.
I think
it.
his movies are falling off.
you think so? He came in strong with
300
and Dawn of the Dead.
and Watchmen.
Yeah, yeah.
He crushed it.
Who?
Zack Snyder.
He's also in Candyman, right? He's the main character in
Yeah,
Candyman.
yep.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I forget what I was saying.
Oh, Will Sharp was the character's name. I was like, what? His real name is Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
I was saying.
What? Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Come on.
Yahya
That was
Abdul
great.
Mateen. So he was in Candyman.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, good for this dude.
Yep. But Will Sharp. You said I was like, that's not the actor.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, that's the character's name.
Do you think this dude's
He was
gonna?
Manta. He
He's
was in
got
D-
potential. He could
he
be
was
the
in
next
Aquaman.
superhero.
He was Manta. I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah.
He was
Hell
more.
yeah.
He was Morpheus in the new Matrix. So
Yeah.
he's been fucking.
He's the new what's his name? That passed away.
Pierce Brosnan.
Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther.
Ah, damn it.
His
Chadwick
real-
Boseman.
Yeah.
Great actor, but he was the face of Hollywood. This dude might be that next thing. Be kinda
He's
cool.
got to hit it. I mean, he did all the.
He's been a lot of bangers, man.
He's going to have to do like predominant black roles from like influential, black members of.
Oh, yeah,
of our
historical
past,
roles,
historical
sure.
black
Well,
members.
that's the trial of the Chicago 7. He played
Okay.
Bobby Seale.
Okay. Those are the movies that really get like when Chadwick Boseman did 42, and
Yeah.
he.
Have you guys watched that yet? The
What?
Trial of Chicago 7?
Oh yeah, awesome movie.
Oh man, it's incredible.
Sasha Cohen.
Yeah, it's on
See it.
Netflix. Netflix movie. It's really good.
What do we watch this week?
We watched this week The Man from Toronto, directed by Patrick Hughes. And I didn't know who that was, but then I looked him up, and he directed The Hitman's Bodyguard, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, and Expendables 3.
Makes sense.
So now it all, like when I found, I was like, ah.
That's the first thing I saw.
Yeah, it makes
was the movies that he made. I was like, this is going to be awesome.
And then the writers of these guys, I didn't know their names. It's brand new. I think within the week, right? It just came out, this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It seems like he's got an MO though. It's like play
Yeah.
a badass with a goofy character.
Yeah.
All of his movies.
It's rated PG-13, which I think the movie suffered a little from that, but that's probably marketing to get more people, which doesn't to me make much sense. Because like
Not this movie.
anybody can watch anything they want on Netflix. You know,
Netflix.
Yeah, that's facts.
hour and 50 minutes, and it's about the age-old mishap, right?
Yeah,
Classic
all the
mix-up.
time.
Deadly
We've all been
assassin and a screw up.
Our Doug was a white.
They get mistaken for each other at an Airbnb. That classic mix up.
I laughed out loud when that first happened. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh.
I wanted to say that so bad when this started.
Oh, this?
Our man from Toronto was a white. That's the first thing that came to my fucking
Yeah.
mind.
They didn't even make a joke about that.
Nope.
No.
What kind of black man come from Toronto?
Yeah.
That would be funny.
It's PG-13.
True. But it stars Kevin Hart, Woody Harrelson, Kaylee Cuoco, the girl from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I actually watched all of that recently.
Ellen Barkin. I hate that show.
You have too much free time.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, and that's those are the four main people that you know. I love Woody Harrelson, so like I was gonna
Yeah, I
watch it
love him,
regardless. And Kevin Hart, I think Kevin Hart is funny. Like I enjoy him, like on screen. You know, it's
I think he needs to pick better movies.
that's so to me. And we'll get into it, but like it's just him again. It's just Kevin Hart.
I liked him.
over and
I
over.
liked him in the movie with the guy from. He's in a wheelchair in that movie.
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Never
Yeah.
saw that.
That's a great
It's a
movie.
very, very good movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
And
It's so good.
I know
And the,
something about
and the
it.
movie when he's a single dad and it's just him and his daughter.
I haven't watched that yet. I
Oh,
want to.
you're
It's-
gonna cry.
Yeah, I know. As I've
You're
been
gonna
kind of
cry.
like, I want to watch it with Celine,
It's
but like,
good.
yeah,
It's a good movie.
Maybe I'll do that this
Yeah,
weekend.
both of those movies are fantastic from Kevin Hart.
Oh, good.
Different side. I mean, I won't get into too much of it, but I like Kevin Hart when he isn't forcing a role to be funny the entire time.
Right.
Yeah.
You
But
get
that's
a
what I'm saying,
you get a little bit of Kevin Hart from the Joe Rogan podcast or the series that he did. Like
Yeah.
you get a little bit of real raw emotional Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of that in this.
Yeah.
But in that Bryan Cranston one, that's a very good movie and a very neat storyline too.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, and the one with him and his daughters.
Okay. Top notch.
Yeah.
So what did
Sorry.
you guys think of this movie though? Like overall, general thoughts. What do we?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Had
I
some-
liked it.
mhm.
It had like a Red Notice feel, but just not as good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I can't remember what I scored Red Notice, but I would say this is probably less.
It reminded me of Central Intelligence, except the Rock this time was a bad guy. Similar,
Sure.
similar preface.
I like this.
A guy
better
who gets
than
into
that,
a
though.
scenario where he doesn't want to be, and then ends up having to assume the role or kind of become the friend or frenemy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would agree. It's been a while since I've seen that, but
Funny though, there are definitely some funny scenes.
because Kevin Hart is a funny
Very
dude,
funny.
you know. So he can, but it's just
Woody Harrelson's funny too.
Woody Harrelson is very funny. But I just this movie didn't feel like it had a lane, but I guess that's the whole thing. That's the director, like that's his thing. It seems like.
yeah.
But I was like, to me, it's like it was a little all over the place as far as tone for me. But yeah, funny lines, action sequences sucked, hated them, and just. But you know, again,
Figured that would be your knock.
yeah, it's a background movie to me.
Sure.
That's what I would call
So,
it.
so to talk about that in the specific fight scene when they're in the kitchen, it very Kill Bill-esque is what that reminded me of. That's what the last main fight scene reminded me of.
Okay, when I say action sequences, I don't mean. I'm sorry. The hand-to-hand combat was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It was more the gunfights and the CGI was fucking
Obvious.
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obvious.
So anyway,
Anywho,
let's
but
get into
watchable
some.
though.
Yeah, no, watchable.
I mean, I didn't turn it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
didn't
would-
turn it off.
Oh yeah, I laughed at.
let's
That's some points.
let's get into some spoilers, and we'll do likes first, dislikes, and and quotes, and then
Okay.
in case you forgot our format.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it's been a while.
Depending on how much we drank before this started during the podcast, our format can change
Any time.
at any given moment, even during, honestly.
Yeah. So, Chris, you want to go first?
Likes?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
I thought the premise was pretty original,
Yeah.
sort of. Not for Kevin Hart. I saw a thing on Facebook that said, "Oh no, Kevin Hart gets mistaken for a tough guy." No way.
Yeah.
Get hard.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But I thought it was original. I really like Woody Harrelson, and I like that Kevin Hart is who he is. Like he ad libs a lot of that, I'm sure, and a lot of the commentary is pretty funny. But the storyline left something to be desired. Like you don't have enough. That's I guess later.
You
but
like Woody Harrelson, or you liked Woody Harrelson in this?
I love Woody Harrelson. Everything he does.
Yeah.
And in this, I mean, there were parts of this where it was just too much, for sure. And it was a little depressing, similar to Hitman's Bodyguard with Samuel L., where they're way past their prime. I don't believe the tough guy act from him or Samuel L. Jackson anymore.
No, it was totally unbelievable that Woody Harrelson was fighting like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Him and even Samuel Jackson in the Hitman's Bodyguard. Like, what are you, 95?
Right.
You're not doing that.
Yeah.
I would fight you right now.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be an
And
asshole.
they
but
don't
I
make him
would.
look younger.
No.
I
You know
wouldn't
what I mean?
fight Kevin Hart right now, but I would fight you right now.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I really liked, kind of echo what you said about Kevin Hart and the ad libbing and stuff. The not the big fight scene like in the town with all that hand to hand. It was the big confrontation where kind of like all the twists and turns where Kevin Hart confronts Ellen Barkin. And like he's like, you've been talking to my driver for 20 years.
Yeah,
Which I did on purpose.
Yeah. So, but like that whole when he was riffing at her, that might have been my favorite moment because I felt like that was just him off the cuff,
Right.
and it was like really good. And that was probably my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
When he did that.
It was a cool little twist for sure.
I like the constant riff between him and Santoro. That's probably the Spanish,
FBI agent.
Spanish FBI
man.
agent.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
constant in that is hilarious to me. My favorite lines come from
That's
that.
my favorite line, too.
Dude, those two are so good together, honestly,
Yeah.
dude. Why couldn't he be
No,
there?
No, don't say it.
Dude, well, that 5 minutes right there, I'm
Yeah.
like
It's awesome.
standing up laughing behind the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah.
I came back in from like when he first come. I was in the other room like getting a drink, and I heard him say, "Who was this?" And I come back in, and that's when it started going. I was like, "This is great," and it just continues
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
movie. He's like, "Where you at? Is he there? Let me talk to him."
Let me
real
talk to
quick."
him real quick.
Dude, their
Yeah.
constant banter is so good, man.
Yeah.
and it picks up between them like when they're at dinner, and he's like, "Come on, baby, you want to dance?" Or she's
Yeah.
like, "Come on, baby, you want to dance?" Like, "I don't want to
We're
dance."
gonna go
Well,
learn
well
that
Tessa taught me the sauce. Oh, he taught you. Come on, let's go. Give me that.
We're going to learn everything.
It's so and like you say, the ad lib thing. Like some of that is probably just like this is what's going
I
on.
think my favorite line probably ad-libbed.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the same sequence of
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
but I think so.
Mine
I think
is-
we probably all
mine
have the
is-
same favorite line.
Mine
Well,
is-
I wrote 3 just in
mine
case.
is the very
'cause I had that
last
feeling,
one
yeah.
in that interview. It's the very last thing that he says to them.
I don't
It's
think
the
it's the very last, but mine's
Mine
in
is
the middle of
literally
that
the very last thing.
All right.
Well,
I'll
we'll
let
get
you
to-
guys
we'll-
go first on lines,
we'll
but so
get to
you ready for dislikes now? You
Yes.
go first on dislikes? Go ahead.
Hold on a second. To the wife. No.
All right, so he's not ready. Why don't you go?
I
Ben?
am ready. Dislikes.
Leave us alone, Jen.
when the man from Miami comes, the first time,
God.
and they get into that fight sequence, he misses Toronto. He misses every single
every
shot.
bullet,
He goes
yeah.
into that room to save Kevin Hart right there,
Yeah.
and shoots every one of them in the forehead.
Yeah.
Every single person.
Yeah.
He shoots 15 fucking
Yeah.
shots at that guy. Does not hit him a single. The only person
Don't
that
even
he
clip him.
shoots
Yeah.
is Kevin Hart. That's it. He shoots everybody else but him. That annoys me. He should at least hit him a little. You know what I mean? One. Same with the other guy. The other guy should have clipped him one time. Man from Miami they're proficient in Green Beret snipers shooters until they're shooting at the other bad guy.
He plucked a guy from 100 yards with a golf club. He
Yeah.
didn't even aim. And now they can't hit each other. They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
I hated that character.
Yeah. Yeah,
completely.
Yeah.
He was useless.
Yeah.
They definitely should have. I mean, he was supposed to be
Yeah.
terrible, but he should have been a good bad counterpart.
He was so douchey.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that.
He was
guy.
supposed to be that though.
Yeah, I know. I just hated him. So I disliked. I already kind of touched on the action sequences. I don't want to like pigeonhole myself and have that be the thing.
Sure.
But like, I couldn't get over the fact that like Woody Harrelson is driving this classic muscle car all over
Deborah.
the world.
Deborah.
Like, if that's me, bro, I just drove back from Buffalo. I know what the front of my car looked like with all them fucking bugs. So you're taking this classic car that you care so much about on every road trip to kill somebody? That is absurd. And then at the very beginning, he's driving through the desert in Utah. No dirt on the car when he pulls up. I mean, it is fucking clean. I was like, this is insane. And then one last little tidbit is the whole mix-up happens because Kevin Hart's using paper directions. Since when? You guys all got phones.
Yeah.
What the hell are you? Hey, why don't you just pull up your Airbnb reservation and you can find out what the address is? This is ridiculous.
It's a low toner situation.
Yeah. Oh man.
This dude wrote this.
They
this dude wrote
really
this
leaned
movie a
into
long
that.
time
I was
ago.
going to say that they needed that for that scene. You know what I mean? They needed it to talk about
It's
how
lazy
poor they were.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Big
exactly that.
Big time.
They could have made him poor with
Yeah.
just the light bulbs.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry.
A lot of
And
that
you could
stuff.
just as easily type the wrong address into your phone, and they would have got rid of that.
Sure, easy. You
Yeah.
could write that better. For me, I don't think there was enough character connection at all
Nah, I didn't buy
in
it.
any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if any one of them would have died during the movie, I'd have been like, yeah. Well, that
Even
sucks.
their marriage. I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's wife should have died.
Ooh.
Director's cap.
Okay.
Because he was
I have
so
a
much.
neat one also.
He was such an f up. She should have just died.
Yeah.
And then boom, he could have lived with that forever. He could be the man from wherever he's from.
Yorktown.
Yorktown. The man from Yorktown.
The man from homelessness.
Oh man. All right, I'll go last for the lines. You guys can duke it out for who goes first.
Go ahead.
All right, so my favorite line is when he gets interrogated. Kevin Hart is he, and the guy walks in that John was talking about earlier, and he looks at him and he's like, "Who the hell is this? Like this person's gonna be accompanying your wife?" And he goes, "Is that a problem?" It's like, "Hell yeah, it's a problem." And he looks at the other agent and goes, "Why couldn't his ugly ass go?"
That's hilarious, dude.
And I think he ad-libbed it, but that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was the first one I wrote down.
How come his ugly ass couldn't go?
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
And so at the,
You got another one?
What? It's at the very end of that.
Okay.
After all that transpires, and you get it's clear that there's a little bit of distaste for this good-looking guy.
Yeah, the dude's like gorgeous.
He's like the Spanish guy. At the very end, when Kevin's frustrated, he goes, "Does your wife prefer Swedish or deep tissue?" And Kevin goes, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna love these two.
Yeah.
And the fact that they use them the whole movie is
Yeah,
so
it's
damn
awesome.
good to me.
Yeah.
Put me on the phone. He said, "Tango." No, you ain't tangoing today, babe.
Yeah. So another one I wrote down was it was after they fight with Man from Miami in the freezer, and it's like the moment after the fight where like they're on the like they're kind of standing there. They got the gun, like he's got the gun pointed at him or whatever, and Miami goes, "I still can't get over the fact that you're keeping this thumb in a hot Cheetos bag."
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson goes, "Well, I mean, if you think about it, the preservatives are probably keeping the thumb intact." and then Kevin Hart goes, "No one's thinking about that." I just thought that was kind of funny.
He has another one too, and another opportunity to get rid of that stupid, add to that stupid writing. But when he's looking at he grabs the direction, he goes, "Who in the hell still uses Hotmail?"
Yeah.
Well, so it's pretty funny that they use
Yeah.
that line plays off of what everyone in the audience is
He
thinking.
could have just as easily went, "Who in the hell still prints directions?"
That
Right.
would have been
You know what
way
I mean?
better.
Right.
That I had that thought.
Yeah.
I was like, if he had said,
Sorry, that was Ben's thought.
No. That wasn't even my director's
Right.
hat. But I did have that thought that like, fuck the email address
Right.
because I still got a Yahoo address.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. But if he had said in that moment, why are these directions printed
Right.
out? Like that's a way. And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, they addressed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, are we ready to step in director's hats then?
Can I just do a last? There was one
Yeah,
of the
of course.
best. That's what she said moments ever.
Okay.
Did you write the line down?
No.
Ellen Barkin says it in that big like confrontation, or maybe it was after on the phone. But she said to Woody Harrelson, "There's nothing sadder than a hard man gone soft."
That's funny.
Damn, I missed that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear that.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably watch it.
I was like, in my head, I was watching it. Was Celine actually watched it with me? And obviously that line to her is nothing,
Yeah.
but in my head, I'm like, that's what she said. That's what she
Yeah.
said.
said that.
She'll be saying that in 10 years.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
The Office is gonna.
It
she's
made
gonna
sense
watch
to her
it.
too.
She said.
Anyway, yeah, director's hat. Go ahead.
Shoot. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I have one.
All right, go ahead.
I'll jump in while you remember. I thought it would have been awesome at the because they do a good job of like giving you almost no detail about his wife's friend.
Sure.
And I thought it would have been awesome if at the very because what's her name gets out of there, the head lady or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would have been awesome if at the very end, the lady Anne kills the man from Toronto, and they show her in a little clip as the woman from
Oh,
woman from New York.
That would have been
Oh,
cool.
that would have been sick.
Yeah,
That'd
I was
been cool.
thinking about that. I was like, if she kills him right
Lisa
here,
Kudrow.
yeah.
Yeah, that
if
would
they
be
like
cool.
show because she's kind of a big,
Yeah, she's a
she
big
could
star.
be she could be
Everyone knows
a main character
there's
in
a
something.
sequel,
If
she
there was
could
a
have been a
sequel,
hitman, yeah,
she
for
could have
sure.
been the woman from New York.
Hold on, you said Lisa Kudrow?
Isn't that who it is? Not Kudrow. Lisa.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Kaylee
You
Cuoco.
talk about the girl from Big Bang
Yeah,
Theory.
yeah.
yeah.
Kaylee
Anne.
Cuoco.
Her name's Anne in this. Yeah, if
Yeah.
she would just the way they give. In the way that she was brought in, that's just how my mind was going. I was like, they don't give you many details about her. She immediately likes him too much, and she is fine as hell.
It doesn't make sense.
And she's a big
He's
star.
twice her age.
0 sense
Yeah.
to me. And I was like, and because of the culture, they don't show any women being the man or woman from anywhere. And I was like, if they end up doing the woman from New York, I
That'd
was
been
like,
awesome.
this shit would be so cool.
That would have made the movie so much
It would
better.
have been awesome.
Yeah.
That's where my head went.
Do you think
Because-
the guy who wrote the movie was like, let's do a reverse Charlie's Angels, and like the voice is a girl, but all the killers are men?
Like if somebody made a movie like that?
That's what this was essentially, right? The person Charlie was a girl in this one, and then all the killers were men.
I mean, there's nothing original about this in
Not
that
really,
aspect.
yeah, it's
Like,
derivative,
how
sure.
many like
It's hard
assassin
to be
movies
original now.
are there? Like, you got the handler who's not like actually on your side. You've got this, you've got that. So it really, I didn't even think about that. But that's a good point too.
Also-
There's something. There's a recent movie called like the 355 or something, and it had a bunch of women as like a team of assassins or something like that. I don't think I saw it.
Those movies don't really grab me. Kill Bill, all that stuff. It's like,
Oh, I love
Kill Bill was awesome.
Yeah.
it's for the same reasons I don't like Samuel L. Jackson as the tough guy, or
Yeah.
because it's just
Even
I never really bought him as a tough guy.
Even in,
like
Kingsman?
he yells and he can shoot, but
I
like
loved him in Kingsman. He wasn't a
Yeah.
tough guy. He was like a nerd.
yeah.
but he was a killer.
Oh, I love the killer
Yeah.
part. I'm talking about like the hand-to-hand
Oh,
combat
Yeah,
stuff.
not
Like
once
shooter.
have I ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I feel that way, honestly, about some female roles. It's like an old man and a female, historically, like as a person that's still close to his 20s, sort of. It's weird to look at.
Closer
like,
to 20 than 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a director's hat?
Yeah, so this isn't really for this movie, but it's for all people trying to make movies. Stop bringing Kevin Hart in immediately, making his life depressing.
Oh God,
Like every movie I feel like he's in, he's like, oh, I didn't succeed.
that's a pretty good
Everyone
impression.
hates me.
Oh,
I
no.
wasn't ready.
It's not my fault. The big thing's coming, I promise. Like every one of his movies, I feel is that way. Just
Yeah.
bring him in as something different.
Yeah.
He can still be funny. Make him a success.
Right?
See if instead of laughing at his pain, to quote one of his comedies, maybe they could do a laugh at his success, to quote Ian.
Yeah. I don't know. If I was gonna change anything, it might have been like just maybe more of Kevin Hart and the Hispanic agent.
Sure.
I love them too.
Or even if like at a certain point, like maybe Woody Harrelson dies halfway through, and now the team up is actually them two, and they gotta, because you could tell at the end, like he that quickly was like, man, he's infatuated with Kevin Hart's wife, like that could have been like a cool dynamic too, to like have them now they're partners or partners. They have to finish this thing together or something.
What happens with all the money in the car? Like, does that just get 86 and they've forgotten about that and he just gets to open a restaurant?
There's a post-credit scene. Did you see
No.
it? Oh, so basically, that was ridiculous too. When he spun out, I was like, you didn't just want to pull off the fucking railroad tracks, dude.
or grab the money.
Or grab the fucking money.
Yeah.
I mean, it.
You owe an entire beer. That's at least 4 F-bombs. This is not a PG-13
I can make this
any
one
longer.
just slide down.
So,
Good
but
hands.
anyway, so you know, in the last scene was in the restaurant, right? And then there was a post credits where Kevin Hart is now like in front of the camera and he's doing like the boxing thing, but he's got a group of people behind him.
Oh,
and
and they
like,
called him?
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
called,
yeah, I
that
saw
was
that.
the last thing.
Oh.
And he says, he's like, I'm outside. I want my money. I want the, you know, so that
Well, that doesn't make
seemed
sense,
weird
though, because
at the
he
restaurant,
paid his bill.
yeah, and so it was
It
like
had to be beforehand.
no,
unless
no,
he was just toying with
that
it.
was in the he could have been messing
Yeah.
with him, but that was definitely in the credits, and I was like, that seems backwards.
Yeah, it seems like that scene would have been before he paid his bill at the
Get it
restaurant.
together, guys.
Yeah.
Netflix.
It's
has
funny
had
that
some
they used
bangers.
the low ink thing again at the end. He's like, "Is that an 8 or a 1?" It's like, "That's definitely an 8." He said, "Well, thanks for dinner."
That was a funny line too. All right, let's score it. Score it up.
Shit.
6-6.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go like 6-2.
Okay. I'm a 5.5 on this. 5.5 because there were
If it-
definitely some things I did not like.
If it wasn't for the fact that if it wasn't for the Santoro and Kevin Hart thing,
Yeah.
this is almost unwatchable to me. I did not like your boy in this at all.
Who's my boy? Woody Harrelson?
At all. I did not like his character. I didn't think he played it well. I didn't think he played a tough guy well. I think he was dry.
Well, you notice what I said. I like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's why
what-
I asked
yeah.
him earlier if he liked him as an actor overall or if he liked him in this movie.
It's an
'cause
overall
I
thing
did
for
not
me.
like him in this movie.
He's like iconic.
And I don't know if it was written that way for him, but he just...
It might have been. It
I
wasn't
didn't
a great
like it.
character.
Nah, I
And
didn't
that's why
like
you
him.
could kill him and
Yeah.
have the part
He
to be
would've-
the...
Anybody could have... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But okay, so that's that. Scores locked in on this.
Do you think you'd have been higher on Ambulance?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'd probably be where you are on Ambulance between
All right.
like
Either way,
6 to
they're kinda
6.5.
like,
Yeah,
mm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like Wale was in Ambulance. Did you see him at all? How far did you? So Wale's in it. He's a horrible character. I mean, just so dumb. Like,
I wouldn't recognize Wale if you pulled him up on the screen.
oh, okay. So yeah, that was. I mean, it was just terrible. He like, there's this like you know the whole movie is set in like a car chase basically,
Yeah.
and like they're working out this plan on how they're gonna ditch the cops and everything, and Wale is just the biggest idiot in the world in this movie. Like they pull up, and he's like, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal's like running around like do this, telling all these people do this. And Wale's like, "What's wrong, boss? Are you in trouble? Are you in trouble? Like, what's going on? Like, are you stupid?"
Did I watch this whole thing? That's the guy that works the front desk?
Yeah.
I did watch all of it.
Yeah.
That's how memorable it is.
He was terrible, right?
Yeah,
it was
doesn't
so.
make
Now,
any
what are you
sense.
higher on, this or Wale, or the one we watched?
This one-
This.
This one?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
I did-
finish
I-
Ambulance.
I
and
didn't
I'll let
like-
y'all know.
We won't talk about Ambulance.
You didn't like the action at least, like the action, gunfights and stuff.
If that's the only thing I like, that's why it's close to a 6-3.
That's what I like. That's what this is. That's what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, their character dynamics were terrible.
Yeah.
It didn't.
He
Have,
just-
it didn't show the penetration.
Like, he just comes back and goes there, and it's like, oh yeah, you just got to come with me right now, and all these guys are all of a sudden just going to trust you to go do this very illegal thing. No, that's not how any of that works. Ever, never, ever in any story ever.
Not a nutter.
All right. So next episode, we will be doing
Hold up,
Top
Hey.
Gun Maverick.
Versus.
Not versus.
Top Gun.
Oh wait, so we're doing Top Gun versus Top Gun Maverick, and also My Octopus
No,
Teacher.
we're gonna talk about.
We're not going to
we're gonna
review.
talk about the
We're not
documentary
going
on
to
the-
review Top Gun alone. We're going to. We have seen Top Gun. Everybody in the world should have seen it. I don't.
Yeah.
Want, I don't feel like going through
No.
movie lines and likes and dislikes of it.
For the original Top Gun.
Yeah, we can just say whether
Which
we
one's
liked
better.
one more than the other. We can
Okay.
review
We'll
the
give
new
a
Top
rating
Gun.
for both.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
We
yeah,
can
yeah,
rate
yeah,
them
I'm in.
both and review the new Top Gun.
And we're going to talk about My Octopus Teacher on
Yes.
the podcast.
My
Is what you're saying?
Octopus Teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
On the podcast.
Okay, so
if
there
you
you go.
haven't seen that, I haven't seen
on
it.
the podcast.
I'm hearing great things. It's a documentary about a guy with depression who starts to scuba dive and goes out and basically becomes friend with an octopus.
Yeah.
I heard it's crazy. I heard it's awesome.
Okay.
It's a great hour and 20 minutes or so.
Boom.
Check it out.
My
right.
man saw that movie from 007 and was like, "I'm gonna be friends with an octopus."
If
Yeah.
oh God, I wish you guys.
Octopussy.
I wish you watched them.
There it is.
If you've seen episode 6
Someone's here with
of The
me.
Boys, octopus. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, that was episode 6?
Yeah.
I thought that was 3.
Didn't see it yet, but I'm.
Oh, yeah.
Sea
Okay.
life
Okay.
incest.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it, guys.
bless
Thanks
you.
for watching. Like the video, comment, share,
Real
all the
talk
above.
for real
We
movies,
love and
real
appreciate
listen.
it.
Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Chris was like, in the past, he thought it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up, and we don't let him. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or release the lie. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Ann and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.